Morning, everyone. It is 9 a.m. on October the 15th, 2024. We're going to call the regular Commissioners Court meeting to order. Commissioner Pettis is absent today. Commissioner Riley, Bowen, and Gillespie are present. And we'll start off with the prayer and pledge of allegiance. Commissioner Bowen, please.
Let us pray. Father, we thank you for this beautiful morning, nice crisp morning.
To the republic which stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice.
For Russell Persifka wants to talk about some item that's not on the agenda.
Yes, sir.
Good morning, Judge.
Morning. Ways to educate parents on how to stem the tide of teen suicide that we've had a rash of recently. Being someone involved in some of these, it's very personal to me. So I intend to get experts, and I'm talking about Community Real and other people, to speak to parents in a very informal setting to educate them on the signs and symptoms of possible suicides, drug use, and things like that. I expect this to be ongoing, maybe 2 or 3 times a year, to talk about different educational opportunities for parents to learn about what's going on with their kids that they don't know about. They don't know about it until it's too late. So I will have light refreshments. We'll have a flyer. Pleasant Express is going to publicize it for me. We're going to see how it goes, but I want to do whatever I can to educate parents on what to look for so we don't have this happen again. November 13th from 6 to 8 p.m. at the Pleasant Civic Center. That's all.
Thank you, Judge. Is there anybody else wish to speak on public comments this morning? Last call. Anybody for public comments? Okay. At this time, I have a presentation I want to make. Ms. Rupel, would you please come forward? This one's kind of personal to me. 16 years ago, I made a motion to hire her. This is a true honor. So what we have today, she worked for this county 5,997 days. That we broke it down for you. So a lot of trying times, a lot of fun times, a lot of aggravating times. So we're going to present this plaque to Janice for her retirement. It's kind of 16 years and 5 months. We want to thank Janice Rupel for the many years of service to education in Atascosa County from October the 8th, 2007 to March 30th. We miss you already. All right.
I miss everybody.
It truly was a pleasure to work with her. She came in and did a very fine job. The elections office someday. Y'all be careful, but you don't have to leave. All right. Thank you. So the next item we have is number 4, Andrea Rathmau of the Safer Path. Discuss and take appropriate action to read and approve the proclamation declaring October as Domestic Violence Awareness Month. Did y'all want to make a statement before I read the proclamation? Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you all for having us today. So my name is Andrea Rathmel. I'm with Safer Path Family Violence Shelter, and I wanted to talk to you a little bit about our service numbers from August 2023 to August 2024. We provided 14,703 services at Safer Path. We had almost 4,000 total shelter stays. A breakdown of that is almost 2,000 adults and almost 2,000 children. We do have a 24-hour hotline number. That phone is answered 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And last year we had 2,135 hotline calls. And we served a little over 1,000 clients. So Safer Path has had a pretty big year. If our phone is ringing, that means that we know people know about us and that people are reaching out to us, which is what we want. But it takes a lot of moving pieces and moving parts to that. I do want to have a little shout out to Judge Cood. Last week we had our Shine a Light vigil here at the Atascosa County Courthouse, and I appreciate you coming and speaking to that. Sheriff's Office was there too. If you were there and you heard some of our speakers, you heard the impact that domestic violence has on our community. The statistic is 1 in 3 Texans, but the reality is it impacts everyone, right? We talked tragically about the homicides that have happened in Atascosa County and across Texas. but everything leading up to that homicide was domestic violence, right? So it's really important to talk about it, to wear your purple this month, having these proclamations, having us here today, just raising that awareness. You may also notice some no excuse for abuse signs out in the community. We have partnered with some community members to have our little sign. They've put it in their window. They put it in a pot outside their business. So what that is basically just saying, like, we are here to raise awareness. Here's Safer Path's hotline number. The last thing I do want to mention is we have our brand new fundraising event, which is called A Night Out with Safer Path. It's at the Atascosa County Show Barn, and it is Saturday, October 26th. We are still taking tickets and have table sales open, so if you are interested and want to come support Safer Path and have dinner and go out dancing, we'll be having that as our brand new event and fundraiser. So thank you so much.
Thank you, thank you. So the proclamation for the 2024 is whereas 1 in every 3 Texans will experience domestic violence during their lifetime, and whereas fleeing domestic violence has caused women, children to be the fastest growing of domestic violence, and sending a clear message to abusers and domestic violence is not tolerated in Atascosa County. Whereas the impact of domestic violence is wide-ranging, directly affecting individuals and society as a whole, here in this community and throughout the United States and the world. Whereas domestic violence impacts millions of people each year, but it can be prevented. Preventing domestic violence requires the collective voice and power of individuals, families, institutions, and systems to add a valuable and powerful component to transforming our communities. Now, therefore, I, Weldon Coode, Atascosa County Judge, do hereby proclaim October 2024 as Domestic Violence Awareness Month. In recognition of the important work done by the domestic violence programs and victims service providers, I urge all citizens to actively participate in the scheduling activities and programs sponsored by Safer Path Violence Shelter and the other community organizations that work toward eliminating domestic violence. Need a motion to approve?
So moved.
Motion made by Commissioner Gillespie, seconded by Commissioner Riley. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor? Vote is 3-1. Thank you. So you want a picture of this?
Yes, please.
No problem.
Should we put it there? Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, ladies. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, we have number 5, Sarah Reen. Discuss or take appropriate action to approve the interlocal agreement for animal control services between the County of McMullen, the City of Charlotte, Christine, Jourdanton, Pleasanton, and Poteet. Good morning, Ms. Reen.
Good morning. Yes, so we have all of our contract agreements back, and we're just need to get them approved. We haven't changed anything from last year. All of the fee schedules and everything are the same, so it is.
Number 6, Russell Pacifica. A, discuss or take appropriate action to adopt the Juvenile Diversion Plan for Justice Court Precinct 4 as mandated by House Bill 3186 in 2023. Good morning, Judge.
Good morning. This mandate came down, of course, from state legislature. The pendulum is swung from criminal to civil. So now they're wanting all Class C misdemeanors on juveniles, not counting traffic court, to traffic offenses, to be diverted from prosecution. So instead of an officer filing a complaint and going through the usual process, they want them diverted. It is mandatory. By doing so, every JP court and every municipal court in the state must have a plan by January 1. I've adopted this plan as of October 1 in my office. It's proprietary for our office. And these, the programs basically plan for our precinct.
Okay, so this would be for JP4.
Yes, sir.
correct?
So moved.
Motion made by Commissioner Gillespie. Seconded by Commissioner Bowen. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor? The motion carries 3 votes.
Thank you.
All right, item B, discuss or take appropriate action to approve the appointment of current Justice Clerk Clerk 2, Precinct 4, Irene Torres as Juvenile Case Manager.
Irene Torres has had 10 years of experience with Judge Bradley in JP2. She's been working here in JP4 for, I guess this is our 3rd year, 1 year before me and 2 with me. She had asked to be the juvenile case manager for our office. She has teenagers, she's raised kids to adults, and she also still has a teenager in school. And she wants to do this above and beyond her civil duties, which are extensive in my court. And so I'm asking that she be appointed as a juvenile case manager. And in doing so, the county can now claim, they can say they have a juvenile case manager, and some of the funds we send to the state can now be kept here.
Okay,
Motion on that?
motion, you want a motion? Motion made by Commissioner Riley. Is there a second? Seconded by Commissioner Gillespie. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor? 3 votes. Okay, item C, discuss or take appropriate action on a monthly stipend in the amount of $200 beginning January 1, 2025, to be taken out of the currently funded Juvenile Diversion Fund.
Right now, we have our court consolidated costs that we get from every defendant who pleads guilty or is found guilty. $14 of that is distributed here in the county. Some of it goes to the truancy, $5 goes to the Truancy Diversion Fund, $5 to the Technology Fund, $4.90 now have a juvenile case manager. And it's not that every court will be the same, because right now 3 out of the 4 districts file truancy in my courts, and most of them have basically said that when they file juvenile cases, they're going to file them in my court. They can file anywhere they want to. We had to funnel these kids to my court by default. I mean, I've been dealing with juveniles since 1988, so I expect that to happen. We cannot predict how many juveniles is going to break the law. And these are cases a lot of times that the school ISD officers will take care of instead of the police departments. Simple assaults, offenses involving sexting and things like that that are not, won't go to juvenile probation office, but they will be handled within our office. And in doing so, the juvenile case manager will have to monitor these kids they'll have to come in monthly and report. She checks on their schoolwork, she checks on their attendance, she's APO in every office at some point. So I'm asking for a stipend for her because it is an additional responsibility on top of her usual duties.
Do the other precincts have these fundings available, or?
This is Judge Pacifica talked to me about this, and I'm going to be honest with you. This is a situation that I have a real problem with. You know, it's already part of the situation that's going forward, and I don't believe that we should do this. I want to do some more research. We have some time between now and January 1st to make that decision. But my opinion is we need to figure out if the money's going to be there. We need to figure out how the money's going to get there, and figure out if the other JPs need to have something in their court. I don't want to take action on something, again, whatever the court decides, but I'd rather wait and see if we're all going to be treated equally and fair. That's my opinion. Court?
Well, and I don't think it is.
It's up to the court's decision, but I'd like to do a little research and like to understand how it fits. That's just my opinion.
Can this be delayed till further to do research on this?
Do what now?
We need to do some research.
Yeah,
on it.
no, I think we need to figure out how the JP.
Bring it back to court?
Can we, we don't have to take action on this day because it's for January 1st.
Yes, sir.
Let us do some real research. and
That's
talk
one of the
to
reasons I came in here early, so we
I
can take care
appreciate
of it.
that. So item number 7, Stephanie Brown, discuss and take appropriate action concerning personnel, existing employee, Travis Kiner, Assistant Public.
Hi, good morning. My name is Stephanie Esparza. I'm the Assistant Chief Public Defender. Stephanie Brown's not able to be here this morning. But thank you, Judge Coot. We do have 2 current employees that are Assistant Public Defenders that were hired originally conditionally while they were waiting to pass the bar. We did get bar results last Monday, and they both passed the bar. So now they're ready to receive, I guess, the full misdemeanor. It's not at the highest level, but it's the misdemeanor salary that we're requesting for them. So Travis Kiner and Atascosa Garcia both will now be able to be working as licensed attorneys, and we're requesting that their pay be increased to the normal salary of $80,000.
Move for approval.
Motion made by Commissioner Gillespie, seconded by Commissioner Bowen. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor? 3 votes for.
Okay.
All right, next one we have is Araceli Garcia, Assistant Public Defender, $80,000 annually. Salary budget area 012-488-403. Start date will be October 15, 2024. Physical and drug test not out. All those in favor? That motion carries.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Number 8, EMS Director Courtney Greer, discuss and take appropriate action concerning personnel. New employee Cassandra Salceda, position is PRN EMT, pay rate will be $12.06 hourly. Salary budget area is 041-400-518. Start date will be October 16, 2024, and physical and drug tests are pending. Good morning.
Good morning, Judge. Good morning, Commissioners. Her physical and drug tests, actually, she did them on Friday, and they are now complete. She's a brand-new EMT. When she was in school, she came and did some ride-outs with us, liked what she saw, and as soon as she passed, she came and applied. So she's waiting for a full-time position and just wants to be part-time until one opens up for her.
So moved.
Motion made by Commissioner Gillespie. Seconded by Commissioner Riley. Number 9, Sheriff Sauer, discuss and take appropriate action concerning personnel. New employee Timothy Lemus, position Deputy Sheriff, pay rate, correct holiday pay from $150 to $175. Salary budget area is 012-440-410. Start date will be September 23rd, 2024. Physical and drug test not applicable. Sheriff?
Deputy Lemus is already working, and we're just correcting holiday pay that was put on the agenda incorrectly when he was hired, changing it from $150 to $175 a month.
So this is a correction from action taken before,
Yes.
correct?
Yes.
Okay. Rico Vasquez, position of corrections officer, pay rate tier 3, $47,000 annually, 171 fluctuating hours, $120 uniform allowance, $150 holiday pay, 90-day county probation, 1-year agency probation. Salary budget area is 012-442-562. Start date will be October 24th, 2024. Physical and drug tests are pending. Sheriff?
Yes, I'm hiring Ms. Vasquez as a correction officer at Tier 3 salary with the benefits stated in the agenda. Physical and drug tests have been taken. Start date will be October 24th.
So moved.
Motion made by Commissioner Gillespie. Seconded by Commissioner Bowen. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor? 3 votes for. Next one we have Isaac Oropeza, position corrections officer, pay rate tier 3, $47,000 annually, 171 fluctuating, $120 uniform allowance, $150 holiday pay, 90-day county probation, 1-year agency probation. Salary budget area 012-442-562. Start date will be November the 4th, 2024. Physical and drug tests are pending. Sheriff?
Yes, same thing here. I'm hiring Mr. Arpeza as a correction officer, Tier 3 salary, to benefits stated in the agenda. Start date on this one will be November 4th, 2024.
Motion made by Commissioner Riley.
Second.
Seconded by Commissioner Bowen. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor? 3 votes for. Next we have existing employee, Lisa Ramos, position corrections officer, pay rate moved to tier 1, $51,000 annually, $120 uniform allowance, $150 holiday pay, 171 fluctuating hours, continue agency, 1-year agency probation, salary budget area is 012-442-562. Start date will be October 15th, 2024. Physical and drug tests are not applicable.
Yes, Ms. Ramos has obtained her state correction officer license, and she is being moved up to Tier 1 salary effective October 15th.
So moved.
Motion made by Commissioner Gillespie,
Second.
seconded by Commissioner Riley. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor? 3 votes for. Next, we have existing employee Alicia Martinez, position deputy sheriff, pay rate moved to tier 1, $58,000 annually, $120 uniform allowance, $175 holiday pay, 171 fluctuating hours, continue the 1-year agency probation. Salary budget area is 012-440-410. Start date will be October 15th. Physical and drug test not applicable.
Yes, sir. Deputy Martinez has completed her 90-day probationary period with the county. And I'm moving her up to Tier 1 salary effective today, October 15th.
So moved.
Motion made by Commissioner Gillespie. Seconded by Commissioner Bowen. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor? 3 votes for. Thanks, Sheriff.
Thank you all.
Number 10, Laura Pavelic, discuss or take appropriate action. Request approval for the September 2024 Treasury Report to be published in the newspaper and on the county website. Good morning, Ms. Pavelic.
Good morning. This is my monthly treasurer's report that I request that you allow me.
All those in favor? 3 votes for. Next, number 11, Laura Pavelic, discuss or take appropriate action to accomplish paying every 2 weeks. We will need to pay behind a 2-week period rather than only 1 week, which was originally proposed. Therefore, I'm requesting that we change the pay dates previously approved to the following, and the dates are listed. The period begins and the period ends, and the check dates will be issued at these dates presented.
Yes, sir.
Pavelic?
When I brought the last schedule and asked you to approve it, we were going to try to pay only 2 weeks behind. So when we really got into the nit and grit of the software, paying 1 week behind can cause problems in the bank, which means we would have 1 day to process it, and if we have any problems, then we have issues. So after talking about it with Tracy and the judge and the software people, we're asking to be allowed to withhold 2 weeks, pay 2 weeks behind. I have included the new pay periods. I did send out a notice in the paycheck last Friday so that the employees would know, and I'm sure we will get lots of phone calls today. It will not affect what they're being paid. They will be paid their full salary. What we did is we took their year-to-date versus their budgeted, and we have split that out evenly over the next 5 pay periods. We will truly start their hourly on January 1, 2025. So they will be paid their full budgeted salary, and we will work very hard to make sure nothing goes wrong and we have no problems. But we do ask for the elected officials and department heads to bear with us because this is a new process for all of us. We're working very hard. Both of the auditors in our office are working very hard to get this installed, and just have asked them to be patient and work with us, because if we do make a mistake, start getting these pay periods rolling, I will put the 2025 schedule in place, and I will bring that back, and we will get it out to the employees before the end of the year. We just want to get this up and running and try to get it in place with patience from everyone.
Make a motion on number 11 to approve the date.
It's pretty comical. You got more attention than anybody did.
Well,
So, did you want to add?
Can I ask that is now approved? Every department head and elected official needs to make sure their time is approved, because the 12th was Saturday, and that was the end of this pay period. So moving forward to stick to this, we've got to have everybody doing their time daily, if not, daily is the best way to do it, if not weekly, but everybody's time should be, when I go back to my office, I'm closing it.
they do, and thank you for mentioning that, because they do have to understand that we're paying 2 weeks behind, even is still going to be a short time frame for us to process payroll. So the employees need to, if they know they're going to be off, try to put it in and get it approved, ahead of time. Now Tracy's more familiar with the time clock system than I am, but, and if you're sick, just, your department head or your elected official should know that and make sure it gets put in your time, because we won't have time to call like we've done in the past. We've always tried to call because we didn't want anybody to miss pay, but it is very, very important to stay on top of your time, and we are going to work very hard to get this implemented with.
We did? Okay. All
I
right.
thought we did.
I didn't think we did.
I didn't think we did.
Okay.
Justin
Three
said.
votes.
We're good.
We went to discussion.
That's
We had a
discussion.
motion
I
to
didn't think we
second, went to
voted.
discussion.
No,
We haven't voted.
I didn't think we voted it either.
Okay,
So,
vote, let's just
well,
vote
we're
a
going to
second.
verify it. So, all those in favor? We have 3 votes for. Thank you.
Thank you. I'd rather be safe.
We're just confirming it if we did. Number 12, Teresa Carrasco, discuss to take appropriate action for approval of Commissioners Court minutes for August. Motion made by Commissioner Gillespie.
Second.
Seconded by Commissioner Riley. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Number 13, Brittany Van Kuren, discuss or take
Roughly 300 acres out in that area, and she's splitting it into 2 large parcels. She's going to retain one and sell one. So she is just requesting the exceptions so that she can move forward.
So moved.
Motion made by Commissioner Gillespie.
Second.
Seconded by Commissioner Bowen. Any further discussion? Pay rate to be $46,500 annually. Salary budget there is 021-400-402. Start date will be October 15th, 2024. Physical drug test not applicable.
Thank you, Your Honor. Joe Charlie's been with me for a few years, and I feel it's just the right thing to do to give him a little bump in pay to keep him motivated. So I move for a motion to accept.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Gillespie.
Second.
Seconded by Commissioner Riley.
Yeah.
Sorry. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor? That motion carries 3. Next, we have number 15, Commissioner Riley, discuss or take appropriate action to approve a temporary lay-flat water line for Ingersoll Group on County Road 401 and County Road 407 for 1.09 miles. Check for about $1,000 has been turned over to the Atascosa County Treasurer's Office. Commissioner?
Yes, I went down and looked at this. It's same as what they've been laying all this time, just a different company. And I move for approval.
Motion made by Commissioner Riley,
Second.
seconded by Commissioner Gillespie. Is there any further discussion? 3.15 miles on County Road 407, then exit the right-of-way. A check for amount of $2,000 has been turned into the Atascosa County Treasurer's Office. Commissioner?
Yes, sir, this has been looked at. I move for approval.
Motion made by Commissioner Riley, seconded by Commissioner Bowen. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor? That motion carries 3 votes for. Thank you, Commissioner. Number 17, Assistant County Attorney Trent Rao, discuss and take appropriate action on the approval of the interlocal agreement between the City of San Antonio and Atascosa County concerning subdivision regulations and the San Antonio ETJ, and authorizing the county judge to sign the same. Good morning.
Good morning. Okay, this has been presented before. However, I'm bringing it back after doing some research. This is a mandated statute that requires us to enter into these agreements with each city's ETJ that the county encompasses. San Antonio is the first one to bring us this. What this agreement says is that if there's a subdivision built in San Antonio's ETJ that's in our county, our county will control the subdivision regulations, which is what we want. We don't want San Antonio controlling our subdivision regulations, even if it's in their ETJ. That's what this agreement specifies. Unless we fall below our own standards, then San Antonio reserves the right to come in and force a higher standard. There's a couple of subdivisions that are in the pipeline now that this will specifically apply to, so we need to get this passed so that they will be required to be under our regulations and not San Antonio. So we're recommending approval, both Brittany and myself.
So moved.
Motion made by Commissioner Gillespie, seconded by Commissioner Bowen. Is there any discussion?
Mr. Rao, when does this go into effect?
It would go into effect when we pass it and sign the agreement.
So pretty much immediately?
Immediately, yes.
So one of the things that we had a lot of discussion about, and the court's aware of it, is City of San Antonio comes into Atascosa County in the ETJ. By doing this, it actually gives us more protection than us fighting with them. I don't like it, because I don't like San Antonio even having a foothold in the county, but it's a situation that we're concerned about, that the only way to really control it is for us to have a say in agreeing to this. So it's an interlocal agreement that binds us to them and them to us, to where they can't do something without us.
Exactly.
That's a big issue.
It puts our subdivision regulations first, and it's required by the state law. So.
Okay, so we have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor? 3 votes for. Thank you, Mr. Rao. Number 18, Assistant County Attorney Trent Rao. Discuss or take appropriate action to approve the interlocal agreement between Fort Bend County and Atascosa County for performance of postmortem services, and authorizing the county judge to sign the same. Good morning, Mr. Rao.
Good morning. This is a agreement with the Fort Bend County Dr. Postolnik, who we're also using as our consultant on our ME facility, of being less expensive. I've reviewed it. It all looks proper, and we're recommending approval.
So moved.
Motion made by Commissioner Gillespie. Seconded by Commissioner Bowen. Is there any further discussion? This is something we really need to keep moving on, so
Immediately. And this is for for the county's services for ongoing, requests for close to half of what Travis County was charging.
So, okay, who sends the email out to the JPs? I want to make sure this happens. Good? Glad to see you earning your money's worth today, Mr. Rao. Okay, do we have a motion?
Yes, we just need to vote.
Okay, all those in favor? Motion 3 votes for. Thank y'all, keep me in line this morning. Number 19, Auditor Tracy Barrera discuss and take appropriate action concerning the following 2024 budget line item adjustments and on the budget amendments for the following. And these are the attachments that you all see that are presented.
They were all submitted, so anybody have any questions on them?
Move for approval.
Motion made by Commissioner Gillespie. Seconded by Commissioner Bowen. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor? That motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Number 20, Tracy Barrera, discuss and take appropriate action to approve the purchase of following items for EMS units from the ARPA budget line item 012-487-644 equipment. See breakdown below is attached. The grand total is not to exceed $1,053,115. Stryker's your sole source provider. So we're getting 9 new EKG monitors plus 5-year maintenance plan, 8 new stretchers plus a 5-year maintenance plan, and 5-year maintenance plan on existing CPR machines. Now, the way I understand this, this is up to this amount, right? Because there's some things we may have to adjust on a dime.
Correct. This was just, this is the top of the line, basically. The 9 EKG monitors would be for the 8 EMS units plus the director's unit. She doesn't have one in there. If she's first on scene, she wants that to be in her unit. The stretchers would be for all 8 EMS units. And both of those have the maintenance, which the maintenance agreements are very expensive. But if something goes wrong, they fix it. They can't fix it, they send a new one. I mean, it's a fantastic maintenance agreement. So the 5-year maintenance plan on the CPR machines, those are fairly new, so we're not replacing those. Again, this is the top of the line. So we have quotes, we've got this before y'all. If it won't exceed that amount, it may be less.
Move for approval.
Motion made by Commissioner Gillespie.
Second.
Seconded by Commissioner Bowens. Any further discussion? All those in favor? That motion, three votes
Thank you.
for. Number 21, Auditor Tracy Barrera, discuss or take appropriate action on approving the renewal of statewide automated victim notification service grant contract for fiscal year 2025. Contract number C-01640. This is with the Office of the Attorney General. If approved, direct the county judge to sign via DocuSign. This agreement has been sent to Attorney General, Assistant Attorney Trent Rowell in the County Attorney's Office for approval. Ms. Barrera? Mr. Rowell?
This is a continuation of what we do
Good.
have.
Okay. We're good.
So move.
Motion made by Commissioner Gillespie. Second. Seconded by Commissioner Bowen. Any further discussion? All those in favor? 3 votes for. Item 22, Tracy Barrera, discuss take appropriate action approving agreement between Atascosa County and Kroll LLC for the updated fixed assets inventory as of December 31, 2024 for a one-time fee of $2,100. Budget line item 012468435, inventory appraisal. This agreement has been submitted to County Attorney's Office for approval. If approved, authorize the county judge to sign. Ms. Barrera?
This is just a continuation of what we do every year. It's for our end-of-year inventory, and it did go up by $100.
So move.
Motion made by Commissioner Gillespie, seconded by Commissioner Bowen. Any further discussion? All those in favor? 3 votes for.
Thank you.
Number 23, Auditor Tracy Barrera, discuss or take appropriate action to approve the sale of surplus law enforcement equipment that is no longer in use from the Sheriff's Office to McMullen County pursuant to Local Government Code 263.152A1. Ms. Barrera?
Yes, the Commissioners Court has to approve if we do any type of sale of surplus to another county. We don't know exactly, one piece of the unit has been claimed. There's some other things that the sheriff's working with, if he wants to add anything, but he's working with the sheriff over there. So I just need approval so we can continue to move forward.
Is there an amount that we need to put in this motion or anything? No?
Well, it could vary each time we make a sale,
And if,
based on what they're buying.
and I can bring it back every time we get funds. I mean,
Just curious, yeah.
it just, court has to approve any surplus that we are basically selling to another county.
So move.
Motion made by Commissioner Gillespie. Seconded by Commissioner Bowen. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor? 3 votes for. Item number 24, myself, discuss or take appropriate action concerning adopting the fiscal year 2025 TIDC formula grant resolution for the Indigent Defense Grant Program and authorize the county judge to sign. This is the grant that's done annually, right? That's what we
Yes, we have the formula grant forever and ever. It's separate from our improvement grant, which is the PEO, so it's just something we do every year.
Move for approval.
Motion made by Commissioner Gillespie. Seconded by Commissioner Bowen. AM, and we're going to go into executive session, and we'll recess it now. Okay, it is now 10:02 a.m. and we are recessed from executive session back into open session. No action was taken in executive session, and there'll be no action taken in this session. So, next item we have is number 28, discuss or take appropriate action to approve any invoices and payroll. I think we have everything in place. Where'd she go? Yeah, we do have everything in place. Need a motion for approval.
So moved.
Motion made by Commissioner Gillespie, seconded by Commissioner Bowen. Any further discussion? All those in favor? 3 votes for. Okay. Number 29, myself and Tracy Barrera discussed to take appropriate action on reports submitted, and I believe we have everything in place. Well, I don't see reports. I don't guess we have any reports this time.
I think reports are in the second meeting, Judge, sorry.
Where?
Second meeting of the month.
Okay, yeah, I know, but there's nothing this time. So, item number 30, comments for commissioners, no action can be taken. Y'all have anything to add this morning? Okay, first thing is Commissioner Gillespie's birthday. Yay, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I got my Medicare card, if that helps you. And second thing is, I want y'all to be looking at the holiday schedule. I mean, we got this coming up. We got something we really need to tackle on. We want something fair and everything across the board. So be thinking about that. Look at it. If you have any questions, get with the people that powers to be and see if we can come up with something. I'd like to get it on the next agenda, or at least no later than the first week in November, so we can move forward and kind of tackle that thing. State of the County is coming up next Thursday, 5:30. We welcome everybody to come. It'll be a lot of good things. We put together 3 short videos that'll show what we've done in the last year, what we project, what we see, and some things that looking forward. I'm excited about it. I hope we have as many people this year as we did last year. I hope we have twice that many, because it shows they care and have a lot of things to look forward to. Atascosa County is growing. We need to be paying attention to what's happening around us, and we need to understand how it all fits and comes together and the challenges we face. So we ask the public to please consider coming, and it'll be interesting. Do we have any other